I've used the credit card over the years to build my credit history, and on a few occasions, I've been rewarded with a higher credit limit. So in today's video, I'm going to go over the major reasons why you should get a credit card, the things to look out for when you want to get one, the credit card application process, and the absolute best credit cards for beginners. Starting off, what are the major reasons why you should get a credit card? You should get a credit card to build your credit history. Before I got my first credit card, I did not like buying anything on credit at all. It's either I could afford to purchase everything at once or I did not buy it at all. But once I understood that my credit score is how I show lenders that I am financially responsible, I decided to apply for my first credit card. So if you plan on making some major financial decisions in the near future, such as getting a mortgage or getting a car or other major financial projects, then it is worth building your credit history starting from now. The basics of that is setting up a bank account, registering on an electoral roll, and updating your addresses across board. But if you want to take it a step further, then you need a credit card where you can put purchases on, and at the end of every month you pay it off. This way you're able to demonstrate to lenders that you know how to borrow money and you know how to pay it back on time. Another fantastic reason to get a credit card is it gives you purchase protection. When you use your credit card, you are not actually using your money. You're using the credit card provider's money, so you're covered by Section 75 of the Consumer Credit Act, which protects purchases from £100 to £30,000. A perfect example of this is, say you book a holiday that costs between £100 and £30,000 and you made a deposit or paid in full using your credit card. If something were to go wrong with the holiday, say the holiday isn't as described or something went wrong with the airline, you should be able to make a claim. Even if you don't pay for that holiday in full, say you only pay the deposit, you're still covered by Section 75 of the Consumer Credit Act. So I just find it brilliant that if you use a credit card for such purchases, you can still make a claim for a full refund. Following point number 2, another good reason why you may consider getting a credit card is travel insurance. So whether you're traveling by train or you're flying, a lot of credit cards provide travel insurance. There is also cashback and rewards. This may not be common for all beginner credit cards, but there are credit cards that give you really solid cashbacks and reward points, such as hotel lounge privileges, airline miles, and travel points. There are also grocery stores that have credit cards, and these credit cards would qualify you to get cashbacks. So for example, if you shop at Asda, you may consider getting the Asda Money credit card, or if you shop at Tesco, you may consider getting the Tesco Foundation credit card. And as you continue to build your credit history, you can start applying for some advanced credit cards that give you specific privileges. Balance transfer. Some people will get a credit card specifically for this reason, because you can move the debt you have on one credit card to another credit card. Or say you have a monthly installmental payment, you can move it to a credit card because then you can spread the payments for longer and end up paying lower fees. While I'm not a financial advisor, and you should not take this video as financial advice, one of the credit cards that I'll be sharing today would calculate exactly how much you can save if you want to use their balance transfer feature. But I will always recommend that you pay off your credit card bill every single month so that you're not paying additional interest when you use your credit card. Number 2, things to look out for. There are a few things you should look out for when applying for a credit card. And number 1 is there an annual fee? Some credit card comes with an annual membership fee, and obviously this comes with more perks, but as a beginner, you should consider going for a credit card with 0 fees. Usually, most credit card companies will have a 0 fee credit card option. Number 2, what are the perks? Some of the perks you can expect with beginner credit cards is cashbacks, you have reward, and 0 fees when you use your card abroad. Number 3, is there an eligibility checker? My recommendation is to never apply for a credit card directly. Always use an eligibility checker. This is because every time you perform a credit card check, it's going to leave an ad search on your credit card report, and it can put you in the negative, especially if you do not qualify for this credit card. But with an eligibility checker, all you're using is a soft search that may appear on your credit card report but has 0 impact on your credit score and your credit history. So always use an eligibility checker, because then you can know if you're pre-approved for that card or if you have 0% chance of getting that card. Number 4, what is the interest rate? My advice is to use your credit card for purchases that you can afford to pay for at the end of the month or when the credit card company sends your statement. Of course, credit card providers want you to only pay the minimum balance because that is how they make their money from the interest rate that you pay. But if you make your payment at the end of every month and you clear off everything, then you have no need to worry about the interest rate on the card. Also, it is highly unlikely that you will get the APR that has been advertised, that is the the interest rate that has been advertised because it's a variable rate. And what this means is that they will give you that rate based on your circumstance, based on your financial history. So if the rate advertised is 34%, you may end up getting like a 36% APR rate. But if you pay off your credit card every month, or if you plan to always pay off your credit card at the end of every month, then it is nothing to worry about. I will share the absolute best credit cards in a minute, but first let's take a look at the credit card application process. To begin with, I suggest that you sign up with the major 3 credit card agencies, which is Experian, ClearScore, and Credit Karma. Once you sign up, then you can get your free credit card report. And also on Experian, you can find the credit cards that you are most likely to be accepted for, and you can even search based on different metrics. Once you select the type of credit card you're looking for, you fill in your employment status, your residential address, your annual income, and your address contact details. And Experian will list out all the credit cards that you qualify for and the likelihood of you getting accepted for each of these credit cards. Another easy way to get a credit card is to see if your current bank offers one, because it's just going to be an hassle if you have to open a bank account and go through the whole process again. 2 banks that offer reasonable rates right now is Lloyds Bank and HSBC. So if you have an account with Lloyds Bank, you can apply for the Lloyds Bank cashback credit card with no annual fees. You also get a 22.9% APR variable rate. This is the variable interest rate. And the benefits for this cashback credit card is there is no monthly account fee and there is a 0.25% cashback on card purchases. This credit card also supports Apple Pay. If you have an account with HSBC, then you can also go for their classic credit card with an APR rate of 29.9%. And you can also get up to £1,000 in credit depending on your financial situation. The HSBC Classic Credit Card can also be added to your Apple Pay or Google Pay. Let's explore the top 5 best credit cards for beginners. At number 5 is the Fluid Credit Card. The Fluid Credit Card has a 34.9% APR and you get an initial credit limit of £250 to £4,000. It is also a really good balance transfer card because you get 0% interest on your balance transfer for 9 months from account opening, after which your standard rate will apply. If you go down their page, you can calculate how much you can save in interest charges if you do a balance transfer to their card. So if you transfer £2,030 to a Fluid card and repay £91 every single month, then you could save up to £588 in interest charges based on a 34.9% APR. But remember that this APR is only representative and may not be the APR that you get when you eventually get this credit card, because they will give you a rate based on your financial situation. At number 4 is the Barclays Forward Card. This has a representative APR of 33.9% and you can get from a £50 to £1,200 credit limit. You may also get a 2% reduction rate on your credit card if you make all your payments on time for the first year, and there is 0% interest on purchases for the first 3 months from the date you open your account. At number 3, we have Capital One Credit Builder Card, and this is a classic credit card for people with bad credit or people that haven't been building their credit history. And on this card, you can get a minimum of £200 to about £1,500. This is based off your financial situation and how they assess your credit history. You may also get up to 2 credit limit increase every year, and this is a good sign because it shows that you're making your payments every single month and you're making your payments on time. At number 2 is Asda Money credit cards. While other credit cards are doing a 0.25% cashback, you get a 1% cashback on Asda Money credit card, and you also get £20 when you spend £50 and set up direct debit payments on your Asda card. So you get £20 to spend in Asda. You get a 0.3% cashback if you use this credit card elsewhere, and this is with an interest rate of 27.9%. At number 1 is the Aqua card. This is the card that I personally use to build my credit score. It has a 34.9% APR, and I can personally say that I did get a few credit limit increase, and this is because I was paying off my credit card every single month. My initial credit card limit was also over £1,000 and they have good customer service. It's best you do not apply for different credit cards in a short space of time because it can have a negative impact on your credit score. So there you have it. These are the top 5 absolute best beginner credit cards. Of course, always do your research and apply for a credit card that meets your needs, because there are different reasons why you can apply for credit cards, which I initially started off with. So always do your own research and select a card that works for your needs. If you find this video valuable, do give it a thumbs up. I do have other videos on investing for beginners and how we use index fund investing to buy our first property. Thank you so much for watching. Do hit the subscribe button so that you can get weekly videos like this, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.